Welcome back to the Speak Your Truth podcast. I am your host, Jaya Rose. I'm a speaking, storytelling, and brand growth coach, specifically for transformational leaders and spiritual entrepreneurs who have a voice and want to use that voice to make a difference in the world. And I am very excited to bring you today's episode of Speak Your Truth because this is actually a workshop that I taught that people had to sign up for in advance, and it was a big to-do, okay? But I'm going to give it to you right here on the podcast, and you can listen to it from the comfort of your own home. It's called Amplify Your Message, and I'm walking you through the 6 phases of my Embodied Brand Academy framework. So it's actually what I teach my students in my 6-month program. I give you so many beautiful golden nuggets. So get your pen and your paper out. Get ready to really dive into where you are with growing your brand. Specifically, I help people either launch or elevate their brand and keep it in alignment with their values and with their mission in the world. And of course, with monetizing that magic. At the end of this, you'll notice that I make an offer. I share everything about my 6-month brand academy. So if you've been curious about working with me, stick around to the end and you can listen in on all of that juiciness as well. So we're going to dive right in. Notice I do talk to people and stuff like that. So just know that that's par for the course. And really though, pen and paper. You're going to want to take notes, and then you're going to want to take action. And feel free to reach out to me after this if you would like information on the next round of the Embodied Brand Academy. All right, let's go. Welcome to the Amplify Your Message workshop. I am really excited you're here, and we're just going to do a little check-in to see how you're doing, how you're feeling. Part of what I teach is a lot about embodiment and really owning your power, and that means speaking your truth. And when you share a message from your heart in that way, it serves you to be real. And so I wanted to dive into that for a second. So let me check in with what y'all are saying here. Well, I think I have a sty coming. My eye hurts. Oh my gosh. Vision. We're starting this out with vision, Perla. So Lisa says, I'm feeling great working on me and trying not to absorb the craziness, sending love and compassion out to the collective. Hi, Eleanor says, I had safe space held for me yesterday. I really has helped me shift my anxiety on behalf of collective. Oh, Canada, what's up? Natasha says, I agree, feeling, yes, anxiety of everything. I'm feeling off and don't want to even post about biz. Yes. I love you. I love that you mentioned about not being vanilla. Okay, Christina. So you're like, you know what's about to come, right? I am embracing that and deleting some family members yesterday. Okay. So what I want to share with you. Hello, everyone from Ontario, Canada. So many beautiful souls on this video. I'm so happy you're here. And what I want to start out with is just that, I teach people how to become more visible, how to be really powerful in using their voice to create change and to share a movement ultimately through a message. And one thing that I have come into, especially in the last 3 years, is that my values have to be at the core of everything I do. So in my brand, even when I'm teaching a free workshop like this, I have found that, especially as a privileged white woman, the most powerful thing I can do is to be explicit about my values and about the space that I create. So I go by she, her, and I want to and am striving to always create a safe environment. And what that means is that sometimes in order to make an environment safe, we have to actually make it exclusive. And so just to be fair, my environment that I create is exclusive to people who are open-minded, who are here to create change, who understand that there is systemic racism and oppression in our country that has affected everything from the get-go, and that if you are a white person like me, you understand that the privilege you hold is a responsibility. And part of what I teach also is about growing your platform. And I fully believe that when you have a platform, the more people that follow you, the more influence you have, the more of a responsibility it is to use that platform to use your privilege for good. And so I just would like to get like an amen or I'm with you in the comments so that I can see who is here for a common mission. And, you know, unfortunately, I don't really like to talk about the current sitting president, but I have talked about it a lot over time. It's a great marker. And so I have done a really good job of sweeping my area and saying, you know, if it's very easy to tell if we have alignment. If you are supporting or have supported our current sitting president, we are not in alignment in any way. And my space is not open to you because I don't feel it creates a safe space for the people who I am wanting to guide forward and illuminate their message. All right. So Teresa says, amen. Deanna says, I love your honesty. Hi, Phoebe says fucking boom. Okay, FB is fucking boom. If you haven't been in my community for a while, that is a good one when you are feeling what we're talking about. Hi, MJ. Amen to all of that. Jen says, I'm here for it. Brooke says, heck yes. Tasneem says, yes, amen. Okay, thank you. And amazing. Okay, perfect. Well, then let's get this party started, shall we? Okay, so first thing I want to know is who is brand new to me? So say brand new or just new in the comments and say, what should we say? Say FB. Say fucking boom. If you have been around, you've been in my community, you know me. So newish, FB, brand new. Okay, cool. This is great. Brand new. Amazing. Newish. Okay, perfect. So I want to do something really fun with you guys. Fix the hair. One thing is that I'm teaching visibility, right? I'm teaching how to share your message, how to grow your platform, how to get out in front of more people so you can create more impact and more money, period. And because of that, I'm going to model a couple things for you. So let's do a fun visibility thing right now as we get started. What I want you to do is we're going to do a selfie. And I know that it's only me, and I wish that all of you would have your little videos on here. Although in order to share to Facebook, I have to do a webinar, which means I can't have you on here. So unfortunately, you're only going to be able to take a picture of me, but that's just going to have to be okay for right now. What you're going to do is you're going to get out your phone, or if you're already on your phone, you're going to do a screenshot, and I'm going to pose, and you're going to take a picture. You're going to post that picture either, well, I would say two places, like do it on your Facebook or on your stories, okay, wherever you kind of interact more, and just tag me and do a shout out that you are at the Amplify Your Message workshop. Number one, that you are making a new and bigger commitment to your message, that you are showing up bigger than you ever have before, and that you feel the call of 2021. And then just tag me. Okay, so this is going to do two things. One, I'm kind of showing you a fun technique. When people participate in your free content, please ask them to share you. Okay, because this is a really, really super valuable way to get your message out there. So one, thank you. Okay, and don't take a picture yet because I'm still talking. But two, I'm going to reward you for doing this. So at the end of this call today, I'm going to share with you about my Embodied Brand Academy. And you get to decide whether it's right for you. It's a beautiful offer. And one of the things I have is two bonuses. One is a visibility bonus, and one is an energetic mindset bonus that helps you amplify your message from the inside out. They are both valued at $500. You get both of them when you join the program. But somebody, actually, I'm going to do two people who share are going to win, and you get to pick between the bonuses. Okay, so this is going to be so fun. Can you pose for the photo? Fantastic idea. Okay, ready? Okay, here we go. I'm going to pose. Okay, so everybody get ready. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, did you get it? Oh, goodness. Cheese master. Let me know if you didn't get it, and I could do one more. Love it. Okay, hello, love it. Perfect. Okay, so Why not? Why not be a cheese master? So who has their workbook? Who has gone through a little bit of their workbook and who's ready to do it? I'm going to share with you some slides, and then I'm going to also walk you through a bit of that workbook. Okay. Marley has the workbook. Let's see. I did take a pic. Where do I post it? Post it either on Facebook or on your Instagram stories, wherever you interact with people the most. Okay, got it. Just make sure that you tag me. I'm at the Jaya Rose on Instagram, and then Facebook Jaya Rose, ready to go. But you can do it after, okay? Okay, cool. I'm trying to keep up with your comments here. Yes, printed the workbook. Heck yes. I have workbook, but haven't looked at it. That's fine. Okay, so let's dive in here to what we're going to do over the next hour together. Thank you all for being gracious, listening to my spiel. And I'm also going to, wait, what happened to that? Huh, that's weird. Do you see the workbook? Or no, do you see the slides? Because, oh, I see. Yeah, I moved them down. Okay. All right, perfect. So you should be seeing Amplify Your Message workshop here. And I'm going to pull up the chat so that I can see if y'all have questions as I'm going here. But I'm just going to kind of tell you what we're going to do over this hour together. So here is our agenda for today. I'm going to share a little bit of my story with you. We're going to go into your vision. We're going to talk about the methodology of my Embodied Brand Academy, and that's ultimately what I'm teaching you. Then we're going to talk about your plan moving forward so I can help set you up for success. And then I'm going to share with you my offer to the Embodied Brand Academy. Does this sound good to everybody? Is this good? Just say yes. Just say yes in the comments. I like to make sure that we're on the same page. Janet raised her hand. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, sweet. Okay, so a bit of my story, if we've never met, it seems like a number of you are new to me. So I'll just briefly kind of tell you where I'm coming from. 6 years ago, I had been a personal trainer for 12 years. And during that time, I thought I was living my best life. On the outside, it looked like I had everything together. And I was really happy doing what I did, but I was living underneath a very low glass ceiling. Do you know what I mean when I say this? So the ceiling was like here, and there was no room for me to stretch and to grow, because if I did, I would be limited. I was limited on the amount of money I could make. I was limited on the amount of impact I could make. And that didn't even bother me for a period of time until we decided to buy a house. We started looking in the Portland market, and it was insane, so busy. And people were charging, I mean, you had to put like 15 grand over the top of the asking price to even be seen. And the strangest thing happened during this period of time. We were looking at places, almost getting places, getting let down, and we got locked in our house. The house that we're living in, the deadbolt broke to where it locked us in our home. And of course, it's frustrating in the moment. You don't know, oh, this is going to end up being the best thing that ever happened to me. I didn't think that at the time. I did think it was odd, though. Well, we had a landlord in the house we were living in who was an amazing man, a shaman. He was like 6'6" and a massage therapist and a shaman, just the best vibes. I loved him. But whenever we had something go wrong, he always sent somebody else. He never one time in the 4 years we had already been living here, sent someone else. He had never come to the house. And this one time, only he could come. And it was almost like the stars aligning. So he came to fix the door. And I remember Ava, who's 7 now, was 1.5. She was sleeping in her bedroom, and we were out in the living room. And as he started, Bob is his name, as Bob started fixing the door, I just started telling him about how we were looking for a house and it was such a pain in the ass, and how, the frustrations we were feeling. And he mentions that maybe he could sell this house, and that in fact, someone had just told him that if you sell your house after a certain amount of time renting it, you get this tax break. And he said, I think that I might be right at that time. And I said, well, that's amazing. We had thought like maybe we should ask Bob if we should buy this house. But it didn't seem like it was on the table. And he said, I'll let you know in a couple days. He fixed the door, which gave us now the freedom to actually leave our house, and came back to us 2 days later to tell us that, in fact, it was beneficial for him to sell us the house. It was like pure magic. Not only did he do that, just a fun side note, he didn't even know what the market value was at the time. And we bought this house that I'm in right now. This was Ava's old bedroom that I was just telling you about. Now it's my office. We bought the house for at least $100,000 to $130,000 under market value. We had instant equity. So magical. Beyond that, it became even more magical. Amazing story, right? I mean, it really is. So when we were signing the papers, Bob was coming over. He was bringing his girlfriend, Cricket, who was a retired MD life coach, now a life coach in the online space. I had never met her before, but we became instant besties. As Bob and my husband, Jonathan, were in the kitchen signing all of the papers, Cricket and I sat on the couch drinking tea and just chatting. This really makes me emotional to remember what she must have seen in me. Because I told her, I'm also a life coach. I became a life coach 10 years ago, but personal training is my bread and butter. And there was this part of me that always wanted to make a bigger impact, but didn't ever admit it. And I didn't even really admit it to her, but because she was so magical, she saw it. And she started really talking to me about what I wanted. And it was like I couldn't hold it anymore, that I was in this glass ceiling and I wanted more. In the amount of time that it took for us to sign the papers to buy this house, I learned about the online space. She had me download Marie Forleo's videos for B School, and that was it. I watched those videos and I saw a woman who was my age, who looked similar to me, who I had every ability to be just as powerful as, and I sat there and watched her tell me about the life I could have, about the impact I could make, and about how if I didn't do it, I was literally stealing it from the people who needed my message. That was it for me. Nothing was ever going to be the same. I ended up hiring a one-on-one coach and not doing B School, but I still give the credit to Marie Forleo for being that illuminator for me. She illuminated something that was already within me. And what happened forward is way, way too long of a story to continue to tell you, because that was 6 years ago. But what I will tell you and how it applies to us together in this moment is that I went on a journey of discovering what I really wanted to do. I didn't get an MBA. I didn't go back to school. I went to the School of Life. I invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into myself over the last 6 years. I've launched 3 different online brands, including a fitness brand at the beginning. And I have been able to, 2 of those brands, bring both of them to 6 figures. And what happened over that time is that I realized the way that I felt when I had a message ignited in me was something that I knew I had to move forward into the world and share. And that is why I do what I do. And once I got into alignment and really own that I am here to help you amplify your message, I have been able, like I said, to create so much income that I blew the glass ceiling off. I 5 times my income in the first year. But even more recently, last year alone, I sold $37,000 in my coaching business, which was the highest month I had. And I don't take that lightly. I look at that as impact. I think about all of the people that I'm serving, and I think about all of the people who I can feed, because I love to feed people who are hungry, and that's part of how I give back. And I just want you, as we go into the next portion of this workshop, to feel into your own story and your own vision and really take that glass ceiling off to say, what is it that you desire? Whether it's financial, whether it's impact, whether it's just personal freedom of expression, because all of that goes into being a very powerful speaker and messenger. So, thank you. Stealing it from those who need us. Yes. Is it in your email to download the workbook, I think? Okay. So aligned. Amazing. Thank you all for listening to my story. We're going to talk about storytelling because storytelling is a big part of sharing your message that I am obsessed with. Okay. So a little foreshadow. If you don't have your workbook, that's okay. You can download it later. Just get a journal out now, because what I want you to do is really dive into your vision. What is the vision you have for yourself? Like I said, financially, impact wise, personal freedom wise. What does it feel like for you? And what is it you're really desiring? What is in the next phase for you? I want to hear about it. So I want you all just to take a moment and write this down, get really clear on it. If you already did it, that's amazing. Go ahead and type it in the chat. I would love to read a couple of them. And I want you to also allow the feeling to come with it. So you know how when I was just telling you that story, it elicited tears. And I really felt like I can feel that version of myself that had something to share with the world and felt held back. Like, allow yourself to feel where you are, because right now could be a moment of transformation. Right now could be your moment that I had on the couch with Cricket, the life coach. This could be it for you. And this is 100% a part of your story moving forward. So take it at that potency. All right. Let me get a little, oh yes, I do. I have my tissue because I always cry. Cricket, I know. She's amazing. And she's still like, I need to connect with her because she's still around. Regular coaching clients, Alyssum says, opening their world. Okay, so making the impact. What about the money, Alyssum? Let's get really full spectrum around this, because it is about how you feel. It's about how they feel. It's about the money you make, and it's about the ripple effect that all of that has. So there's a lot here to really own that you desire. Tanya says, my vision is to build communities of people that support each other as we build businesses and wealth. Beautiful. And how is that making you money? Is that a part of your money-making plan? So what are you selling? Okay. MJ, my vision, I want to own an agency where we help thousands of women use their voice to spread messages that I align with and make money doing it. I want to make millions per year, able to reinvest into my business, providing for my family, and donate to social justice causes. Fucking boom. Okay. MJ is a dear, beautiful soul sister client of mine. And so I will tell you that lights me up to hear you say that, MJ. So beautiful and so aligned with my mission, which is awesome because we can rise together, which I love. Regular clients means reliable income. How much income? Okay, we could probably take the whole time and I can just coach all of you around this, but like, own it, okay? I'm gonna share with you the process we're gonna go through today is a 3-part process. 1 is called owning it. 2 is called amplifying it. And 3 is monetizing it. So if you are not able to say like, I want this and I see myself having it, then you are not able to amplify it and you are not able to as successfully monetize it. Stephanie says, I want to work with businesses that will empower their employees by helping them get inspired in their jobs and feel appreciated and worthwhile. I want to work with women to encourage them to grow. I want to make a million and support my family and then encourage their growth. Beautiful. So I would say like, get into how is that going to make you feel? Like, who are you? Who are you in that mix? Alyssa, LO, you got me. I'm laughing at how much I am hiding despite myself. I want 75K per year, right? Is that right? Per year. reliably. Like, what does that feel like? Get into that. Okay. All right. So we're feeling into the vision. This is so incredibly powerful. And what I'm going to do is just share with you the next phase we're going into. So I shared with you my story. Now we're talking about your vision. And now we're going to go into the actual methodology. Okay. And the first step of this is embodied confidence. So part of what we're talking about with your vision is a part of embodied confidence. So the phase of owning it does not quit. Like, we continue to own it again and again at every level that we come to. So part of what I teach is about owning it and being really freaking clear on what you want. You have to know what you want and be able to ask for it. Period. And not only that, but then it's about supporting yourself in getting it. So I'd love it if in the comments you would put 1 through 10. How is your embodied confidence for owning that vision and then stepping forward into what would be the next phase, which is amplifying the message and your story? Okay. 1 through 10. How, and this isn't just like confidence, like, oh, I feel nervous or I don't. This is like full body integration. I fully resonate with my message. I'm aligned with it, because when you are more visible, the most powerful thing you do is emit your frequency. It is the energy that you feel. I know that you're resonating with the words I say, but these words would mean nothing if the energy wasn't in conjunction with it. And that's where I'm going with this. How do you feel right now about switching places with me and delivering your work in this way? Let's see what you say. 15 comments. Woo, 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 woo. How down? 3, 2, 3, 5, 8. All right. 5, 5, 6, 5, 4, 6, 6, 7, 6, 4, 4, 4. Okay, perfect. Okay, so here's the thing. Especially in the online space, it's so easy to be like, oh, I need to be like, why am I not making money? And then you're like, oh, I'm not making as much money as I want to. Not because you suck. It's nothing to do with your worth or your value. It has to do with how much you are amplifying your message, how many people you're getting it in front of, and then how much you're owning it. So when you're actually in front of the people, are you making the offer? Are you being really confident so that people know that they can trust you to be their guide? These are all the things that we need to have in place. And that's why I don't just say, oh, I'll just help you make money. Because no, what I do is I help you get clear on what your vision is. And then you move forward to doing the practices of embodying that. And then we get clear on the message. Okay. Okay. So let's go back here. So we have embodied confidence. You're doing 1 through 10. And then I want to talk to you about your message. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time here than we spent at the other places, because this seems to be where people have the most question. And in your workbook, we talked about 3 different places. We talked about who your message was helping, what it was helping them do, and then what that actual core message was. Is that right? Is that what you guys have? Well, here's the thing. A lot of people think that in order to have a good message, it has to be completely unique, or that it has to be completely like say everything all at once. And so coming back to the principle that when we are in our vision and we are embodied in the confidence that we bring, we do not have to say everything all at once. And so I want you to get clear on these things and tell me in the comments. So let's just start with number 1. Who is your message for? Now, this is kind of like ideal audience. I talk specifically about your soul aligned audience, meaning the people who are meant to come to you because of your experience, not because of what you've learned through academia necessarily, but what your life experience has taught you, AKA the wisdom that you bring. And then, of course, the natural ability. And this is who needs you. It's not just what you say, it's who you be. Working mamas, okay? This is it. This is that what I need. Okay, let's see. My gosh, it's going fast. Women who are ready to massively transform their story. I love that. Beautiful description. Those who want to get healthy. Okay, who specifically? New spiritual female entrepreneurs. It's for people who feel emotions like I do, who feel my art. So empaths, is that what you're saying? Women who have been in hard or abusive situations, home or work, guiding them to better lives. Beautiful. Okay. So empathic women, 30s to 60s. I would love to serve she, hers, and the LGBTQ community, but I don't have personal experience with the LGBTQ lens. Do you think this limits my ability to serve that audience? No, I don't from experience. I don't think so. I think personally, it's more about doing the work to uncondition yourself from the judgment, and also uncondition yourself from the idea that to be a guide or a teacher that you have to have all the answers. I think it's a new level of leadership to say, actually, I can share my wisdom with you, but I understand that you have a different lived experience than me. So let's co-create together. And it's about asking questions, right? Which I think is, it's really lost. Like a lot of people just want you to come into their methodology and now they're the guru. So I think it's more about who you're being and that you're creating a safe environment, kind of like I set up right at the beginning of this, right? My hope is that LGBTQ plus community would feel safe with me. Now, I can't guarantee that, but I'm going to do my best to make it a safe place. No, I don't, but you should get involved in the LGBT community. Serving women who are looking for purpose. Okay, perfect. So then what we want to think about next in terms of our message is that we're serving these people, then what is your message doing? So your particular message, how is it going to help them? So for example, my particular message is about speaking your truth, knowing that your truth, your story, your message is medicine for the people who need to hear it. And because I say that, well, then I know that the benefit of that is one, that it empowers my audience, helps them own it. And then I have methodology to help them amplify it. And I have methodology to help them monetize it. And that's the framework that I use. So I'm going to back up everything that I say. So what is the outcome and what is the benefit of people hearing your message? Why is your message valuable to your audience? Now, this might be a little bit of like a brain fuck. And if it is, don't overthink it. Just kind of sit with it. You don't have to have the answer right now. Okay. No pressure, but we want to start thinking about it in this way because it takes the pressure of like, oh, I have to say the exact right thing. And it's more about, well, I know that I'm bringing value. I know that my message, when I say that your story, your message, and your truth is medicine for somebody. I deeply believe that. I'm not saying that because those are fancy words or they're necessarily going to sell something. I'm saying it because it's aligned with my truth. And not only that, but it's aligned with my story. And so that's what I'm teaching you, is how to tie your story into your message. Okay? Empowers accountability for their own health. Beautiful, Tara. It will help them align into their purpose and build a biz foundation from an embodied place. Beautiful. Nice, Jen. People who are health conscious of themselves and the planet. Oh, I think that was your niche. Okay. Amy, hi, Amy says, I want women business owners to feel like they have a business bestie who can help them solve problems, feel less overwhelmed, and have new ideas. So it sounds like you're saying they can feel less overwhelmed and move forward with ease. It will help to trust their bodies and babies during childbirth. Beautiful. Yeah. So Yasmin, let me use that as an example here. So if we know that the outcome is that you're going to trust your body and your experience during childbirth. Then we can reverse engineer. Like, we know how we want people to feel. We know what the outcome is going to be. So then the words we use are going to ignite that. Okay. So you could say something like, my hope for you is that you will trust the wisdom of your body more than you trust any other voice. You should literally write that down. Okay. You trust the wisdom of your body more than any other voice because you were made for this. You were made to carry your baby and birth your baby. And they're right. And they're like, okay, so you just gave them almost like a pep talk. And now they know that you get them, and they know that you hold the key to what they actually want, which is, well, what they really probably want is just to not be scared. But that equals that too. So it really empowers them. Is that helpful? Damn, that's good. It's coming. Where's the note takers? Y'all, I mean, if you haven't experienced working with me, I channel messages, and that's like, I tried to get away from teaching messaging for years, and I was like, no, I have to do it. Okay. Because I hear your messages. Yeah, great. Got it down. Okay, good. Can we all use that? I mean, is that relevant? No. No, you can't. I help them move from beyond perceived blocks and accountability coaching rooted. Sorry, they're in Feng Shui. I love it. In doing so, we live abundantly aligned in their soul's purpose. Yeah. So, okay, I will get stuck in this. So I'm not going to do many more of these just because I need to keep moving through this content right now. But this is the gift of working with me. Once I tell you about the Embodied Brand Academy, keep this filter in your mind. Like, how much easier would your business be if you knew how to talk about everything you do? Okay. That's a little plug for my own coaching here. Dawn, get more specific. So I love soul's purpose. Like, I use soul align. I have like soul-led visibility. I love all that shit. But like, what is an actual outcome? A real tangible 3D outcome. Beautiful. Okay. I'm so excited for the program. Amazing. Okay. Lucia says, I get in my head with my visibility because I know this subject can be so triggering for many women. And I believe burning down diets, even secretly marketing ones. Wait, Lucia, oh, there's your message. I was like, now I want to know what your message is. I have lost 80 pounds, never used to resonate with that part of my message, but now realize it's my duty to show up in this weight loss space to support women to learn how they may lose weight. Oh my God, please. Yes. Just like, can everyone send Lucia some fantastic energy for amplifying that message? Fuck yes. Okay. That is so needed. And I will tell you that a major resistance I have had is actually talking about my wins. And if we're friends on Facebook, you might notice that I've kind of been touting my wins. Like, my TikTok has grown really fast. I sold a lot of money in my coaching business last month. Like, I am touting that because what people really want when they come to me is to amplify and monetize their message. So if I'm amplifying my message and I'm monetizing it, I better freaking talk about it. Otherwise, what am I talking about? And so I know that it can feel resistant because you're not doing a lifestyle change to lose weight necessarily. And you want people to like love themselves and love their body and love the experience. But the truth is just that we are all hardwired to look for the result. We just want to know that. And so, yeah, you're going to have to get out of your own way and do that. I can totally help you with that though, because I've had to go through that myself. Oh, you are making me emotional with that. Thank you. It was hard even writing that. Thanks, Perla. I just updated to share with panelists. Okay. So good. See what happens when we all come together and we support one another. So good. Okay. So that is the piece on messaging. You can see the power of speaking clearly. I will say that messaging is a big, big part of if we're going to amplify your message, the message has to be ready to be amplified. right? So this is really important. And I will say that if you're having trouble with it, stop trying to do it alone. And if you are not in a place to invest in help, then find somebody who can banter back and forth with you. Because if you get stuck with words, it will not work. It's terrible for us. So you don't have to take my program and you don't have to invest with me, but if you can invest with somebody, if it's not me, to clarify your message. I will say that that is a really important thing to get help with. So don't feel like you don't know, or why would you know this? If it's not your expertise, like it is mine, then there's no reason that your message should be off the charts, magnetic AF. Okay. So just kind of take that pressure off yourself. Let me share a screen. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to talk about your story. Story is really the foundation to the work I do in terms of amplifying your message. Because if you don't know this about storytelling, the key thing you want to understand when using it in your business is that it has a purpose. It serves a purpose. And one thing I used to think about storytelling was that it was so annoying. Anyone ever been to a restaurant, like when we used to be able to go to them, where there was like an old guy sitting down the way, just like talking everybody's ear off, or some gal? I mean, whoever it is, there's always the one in the bunch who overshares and tells their story. And you can tell that everybody at the frickin' table has already heard this story 80 times. Okay, that's what I thought storytelling was when people started telling me I needed to use my story to grow my brand. And I was like, fuck that. That is so annoying. I'm an empath. Like, people talk to me. I'm a coach. I don't want to take up all the space. I don't want to talk about myself. I really don't at all. And so this is the thing. I want to set, if anybody had those fears, let's see what you're saying. Bunch of, whoa, okay. Yes. Word my fear too. Okay. This is awesome. Thank you. Okay. Okay, cool. So you're getting what I'm saying. Me, I don't want to take up that space. Exactly. Yes. I feel that so much. I never understood why telling my story to be vulnerable. Yes. Feels very personal. Yes, exactly. Okay. So let me just give you a few truth bombs here about storytelling. One, at the beginning of this, when I shared my story with you, did any of you feel like I was being selfish? Just say no. Did anybody feel like I was being selfish? Did you feel like I was trying to take up space? No. Okay. Now let me ask you a different question. Did you feel like there was value in it for you personally? Was there something, anything within that story that triggered something in you? Yes, 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 value. I felt like I could relate 100%. Yes. Okay. So I want you all to take in this moment right here with me. I did exactly what I'm asking you to do, which is, one, to identify your brand story. That story I told you is my signature brand story. It is a lot of places on the internet. It's in a brand video. I did a series on TikTok with that story. I have told that story many times. It doesn't make it less valuable because I've told it before. And it doesn't make it less valuable because I'm talking about me. Look at you. You related to that story. Okay, now just one more question. No, obs, and yes, damn, we're worthy and all connected. Yes. Created a reference point and like I was your kind of person. Okay, I love that, Natasha. Yes, but I feel people connect when they are in a space they need it or want it and they relate. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like, it's not always time to tell your story. Well, that would be true also. Okay. But here's one more question for you. So we know that you didn't find it selfish, and we know that you found value in it. And now one more thing. Did you feel, and especially for those of you who don't know me, like I know some of you have seen so much of my content. This may not apply to you as much, but especially if you're newer to me or if you haven't heard that particular story before, did it create a sense of resonance? Don't answer yet. And trust. Did it create a sense of resonance with me and trust? Okay. Yes, 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 and yes. Yes, and yes. Absolutely. Okay, cool. Connectiveness. Yes. So one of my core values is connection. It's human. It's actually my first core value is human connection. Trust for sure. Inspiration. Yes, I wouldn't be here if it didn't. Okay. Trusting that you have walked through your own searching and manifesting. Okay, great. Yes, I wouldn't. Okay. So what it did and what I want you to be doing with your audience is creating trust in a way that positions you as the guide. So what I purposely did in that was to show you that I've been possibly where you are, that I've walked through getting through the transformation part, and now I have reached a new point where literally everything in my life is completely different. And if that's what you're desiring, if the vision that you stated at the beginning of this resonates with that, with the transformation in that story, then I have perfectly positioned myself as the guide to now tell you about my Embodied Brand Academy. Now I'm just being transparent with you. That is the methodology that I teach in terms of selling, because it takes all of the ick, like I'm not trying to get you guys to do anything. Honestly, it doesn't matter to me that much if you do or not, except that it really matters because I care about your message and I care about you bringing that vision to life. But you're not like doing me a favor by working with me. Do you know what I mean? And when you have this level of embodied confidence, you know what you're going for, your message is really clear, so you're bringing in the right people, and then you're sharing a story that resonates with your audience. It is literally like magic. That's why I said your story is medicine. It's not just magic, it's medicine for the people who need you most. And it's also magic for your sales process. Okay, so let me go into our next phase here. Let's see. That is powerful. It really gives the sense of service to help. Yes. Yes, it made me feel you get it. You present the vulnerable side and then have the knowledge to share. Yes, exactly. Yes. I think I'm telling too many stories and really the ones that attract the wrong audience. That is a beautiful awareness. Yeah, so there is a methodology for picking the right stories. And I will tell you, it's not about the fucking story. It's about the audience. Always. So I am not picking a story based on just some random thought. I'm picking a story based on the message that I want to share. Because, and this is actually the point I wanted to get to through all those questions we just went through. Now you understand the power of the story. And what it really does is it validates your message. So now I am the queen of my message, right? So like when I share my message with you, you're like, well, hell yeah, obviously that's your message. That is your life experience and what you have, like that is your purpose. It is so easy to see. And that's what I want you. This is exactly why I do the work I do, because I want it to be that easy for you. I want you to understand your purpose and your message and your story to where it's easy for you to talk about it. And the rest of the stuff, like the selling and the promoting and those things that feel like cumbersome or maybe even heavy to you, you can create freedom around that. Because the part of the story I didn't tell you is that when I was a personal trainer for 12 years, I was an entrepreneur. I have never worked for someone else. And yet I had no idea how to market myself. Sometimes the memories pop up from 11 years ago when I was promoting something about my personal training business. And it was like I was saying sorry. It was like I was apologizing for inviting people to something like, oh, not sure if I told you guys this already, but I'm doing a boot camp in the park. Oh, like what? And I'm not being mean to that part of myself, but that was the energy. It was like, do you like looking for validation? Like, do you like me? Like, I'm afraid to tell you what I do because I'm not sure if you're going to like me, because actually I just need validation. And that's what I'm looking for. Well, I get it, because I was there for a long time. And guess what I did? I just made $30,000 a year for 10 years. because I just only used the law of attraction and manifested people. And that's fine. That's great in conjunction with like real strategy and understanding the framework of what I call your soul story, and to your message, and then of course to your offer. Okay? Okay. Well, awareness. Okay. I'm not trying to call you out. I would never want you to feel shame, but I do want you to have a light bulb moment, because that's what I'm here to help provide. Okay. I get a lot of compliments on my copy, but they aren't converting to clients. Yeah. Well, you probably need to make the offer more and make it really known what you're selling, really known. Okay. So stage presence is something I just want to touch on really quickly. And I want you to put a 1 through 10 in terms of how confident do you feel. Now, I'm not just talking stage presence, like, do I look cute? Like, is this going well? Do you guys like me? I'm not talking about acting. Okay. What I'm talking about is taking all the things that we just talked about, having a clear vision and intention for what you're doing, feeling really confident in the work that you do and the energy you bring to the table, knowing your message, knowing your story, and of course your work in the world for presenting it. Okay. 1 through 10, how confident are you with this? I'm sorry, I can't get to all of your comments. This is what I'm here for, building my confidence, because I've never worked for myself before 2020. Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. You can't hear me. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. No, my thing got weird and I can't see any of your comments now. Weird. It's like not letting me scroll. Okay. It's still not. Okay. So you're going to go ahead and put it in there anyway, and I'm sure it'll pop up. And actually, this is a good moment. If you have to go to the bathroom or something, go right now, because I'm at a standing desk and my toes are starting to fall asleep. So I'm going to put my desk down and then I'm going to pull my chair in. So I want you guys just to give me a minute. I'm going to stop my video, go pee, put your number in. And yeah, my thing. Oh, I'm a 6, but shifting to an 8, 7 to 8 and sharing the message. Been working hard on that over the last year. 8 with the story, message magic, 3 in selling. Okay. Yeah. So these are the pieces that I want you to consider, all the pieces. Okay. And now let me stop this for a sec. All right. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. Okay. So getting really real with yourself. I do love this for you to be really certain about where you are, because a lot of people come to me and they're like, oh, I don't know where I am. Like maybe I should invest in Facebook ads, or maybe I should invest in this or that. And I'm like, the most important thing you need to know is where you are, so you know where you're going. You know how to get there. And so that's why I ask you these stories. I mean, truth. Reading your comments says story. These questions is so you can really get some clarity here. Alyssum says story, truth bombs. It's not selfish. It's not relevant. If it's relevant to your audience, it creates resonance and trust. Did I miss something? Sounds good to me. 5, I speak from the heart, just not sure where to go or to get the clarity. Okay, where I'm going or how to get the clarity. Okay, let me share. Okay, and then we want to talk about visibility and sales. So how are you doing in terms of getting in front of the people and making the sale? So that's kind of what we were just talking about. But one thing that I love to talk about is that it takes a certain level of clarity and confidence to really promote yourself. And a lot of people think that their gap is just the promotion and just the sales. Like, let me take a sales training, but I'm not even clear on my message fully, or I'm not sure how to put it all together and pick a story, have a brand story and really present it really powerfully. That is all going to hurt your promoting. So now we're at the monetize section. You see what we did here? We did own it, amplify it, monetize it. In order to monetize, we need to have all these other pieces in a row. But not only that, we need to be promoting ourselves and creating opportunity for the sale. So how does this feel for you? I think in the workbook, let me see what the workbook says, actually, because I want to reference that for you, because I think there was some good stuff. Yeah. So in terms of the sales, the questions I asked you were, where on social media are you being visible, and are you being strategic and consistent? Okay. So I'm just going to ask you a series of questions and you can go through the workbook. Sales are easy for me because my solutions are fantastic, but I'm not selling to the right people. So obviously I'm not clear and connecting with the right people. Okay. So that has to do with energy and messaging. One woman show between consults and admin, the kids, blah, 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 social media time feels like a luxury. Okay. So then how, Tasneem, are you getting your message out? I'm getting so stuck in hesitancy and insecurity. Speak from my, okay. Consistency on creating content on social media is my struggle. Okay. So anybody else, let's go. Where on social media are you being visible, and are you being strategic and consistent? So we're talking about having a thriving online brand, and that means you need to be seen. You need to be seen. You need to be getting in front of the right people with the message they need. That is it. I don't know what other stuff you hear, but we don't need fluff. Okay. Literally that's it. Like, you could just take that and be like, hey, Jaya, here I go building my $1 million brand. IG and FB overworked. I hear you. I have TikTok, but I don't know how to use it. It's a struggle to come up with content on Facebook and Insta, but not growing much on following. Not sure the best way to engage. Okay. How do you target on IG and Facebook? This confuses me. Instagram. Okay. Still learning TikTok myself, but the followers just blew up. Amazing. Okay. So I'm hearing sort of like some ambivalence, some questions, and part of what I teach is around creating an actual content calendar, but not until you are clear about what your message is. Because if you're sharing a message and it's sporadic, then you're going to be drawing random types of people in. And then when you actually get to a point like this, like the one we're in, my hope is that you're truly aligned with me, with my message, and what I offer. Now, does that guarantee that you're going to be ready for my offer? No, absolutely not. But it does guarantee that that potential is there, right? So are you setting up the potential? What is your strategy for promoting your offers and bringing people in? Do you have a strategy here? Or are you flying by the seat of your pants? Okay. So flying, just say flying, or say strategy. Do you have a strategy, or are you flying by the seat of your pants? So flying. Okay. Okay. Flying. Okay. Well, y'all. Okay. Awesome, Lucia. Strategic flying. I mean, I can get down with strategic flying. I have a strategy, but it's not working. Okay. Yeah. So a strategy does not guarantee that you have success, because a strategy might not be aligned with you. It might not actually feel good in your energy. So this isn't to say like one is right or wrong, but for sure, if you're only flying and you have no strategy, it usually just burns you out and doesn't get you the results you want. I was being very strategic, but nothing was happening because my message and offer were off. Okay, well, great to know. Exactly. My strategy feels stale, better than it has been, but stale. Okay. So the key thing I will just tell you is that you have to be lit up. Like, I will tell you, because I've been putting content on Facebook in particular on my personal page around my business for 6 years consistently, like almost every day. And I have a lot of evidence as to what works. And what doesn't work is being too strategic. What doesn't work is not really being behind what you're saying. I have had posts blow up where they're getting like so many shares, so much attention and comments and people wanting to work with me, all the things. And I'll be like, I never would have thought that. But it was because I had no resistance. I mean, listen, we're all just spiritual beings in this human experience. And the energy that we're emitting, it's easy to forget. It's easy to be like, oh, but I have to post this and that. I still do it. I teach this. And I would say I'm probably a master at it at this point. And I still just feel the pressure to put something out and then it flops. It doesn't even matter if I have a huge following or not still. Okay. So this is like, it's the hugest thing. So what is the specific sales process that you have, and is it working well for you in terms of your call to action, then people taking the step and receiving the yes? Okay, so that's the process I'm talking about. We're talking about promotion, which is visibility and warming up your audience through your story and your message and your energy. But then we're also talking about all the way. It's like the field goal, right? It's like, boom, we make the goal. Okay. So are you making the goal? How is that going? And just let me know here. And then what I'm hoping is that you have identified what your gaps are. So out of the 6 steps we just went through, what are the specific places you need to focus on, learn about, or master? So that's the last, I'm looking at your workbook here. That is the last page of the workbook. Okay. And I want you to really go through that and be honest, like storytelling, messaging, my energy, my embodied confidence, my vision, my values. What are the places, the sales process? This is a lot of stuff. There's no reason that you should just know it all. There is no reason, especially if what you do is not this. Okay. So then I want you to come up with an action plan for yourself. How are you going to get from where you are now to where you want to be at the like how we talked about at the beginning of this? What is your action plan to get you there? Okay. And now I hear you guys are all being very quiet, and that's okay. Maybe I'm blowing your minds. Maybe I'm overwhelming you. I don't know. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I want you to be empowered based on the information you just received about yourself and about what it will take to actualize that vision that you have. Already thinking of the action plan. I need to be clear. I have a lot of work to do. Deep in thought. See, I knew it. I'm like, I could feel you. It's okay. My message is where I'm stuck. I'm offering a free 5-day challenge. Tomorrow is the last day. Trying to get those ladies into a paid 4-week workshop next week. Amazing. I'm between embodied confidence and messaging. Okay. Exactly. My strategy. Okay. We got that one. What are options for filling the gaps? I understand where they are, but not sure how to fill them. Beautiful question. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I can, from what I know about you based on what you've said here and you saying yes to this, say confidently that the gaps, if you have gaps in this process of really just going from either playing on the sidelines or being the best kept secret or just wanting to amplify your message more, to having a robust business where people are reaching out to you, your vision of the impact that you desire, of the income that you desire, and of the feelings of that abundance that you desire. If you find those gaps in there, I'm going to tell you what I offer and how I can offer to help you with it. And then you can decide if that feels right to you. Okay. So let me share my screen because I want to do that. I want to know, I think I'm going to open up for a few questions, but we've kind of been doing questions. There's your plan. That's me. Fine and dandy. Let's get the chat up. I want to redesign my program after the sale so more people stay the course after they sign up with me. I love that. Okay, I love that. Okay, so I want to share with you about the Embodied Brand Academy and about how, if your gaps are apparent to you, this could potentially fill those gaps. So will you let me know in the comments, does that feel good to you? Does anybody need to drink water? Let's just go team and drink water right now. Yes and yes. Okay, awesome. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. So the Embodied Brand Academy is my 6-month offer. It is my high touch hybrid group program, meaning that you get access to me, but it also is not one-on-one, which means that it is at a price point that is oftentimes more accessible to people. And I've set it up to be the highest value, highest transformation possible. This is my at least 25th program I've run in the online space. And I really have mastered how to make it really potent and powerful and transformational for you, but also be able to keep it at a group rate. But it is a 6-month investment. Okay. All right. So what we're going to focus on is you getting fully seen, heard, and paid in 2021. What if you're near your type, where are you? On the computer or on your phone? Type in yes, if this is what you want. We're going to go through the list of what this time together will create for you. Okay. Okay. So we got all the yeses. Awesome. Okay. Up level your launch or transformational brand. So that meant to say the launch, it's either, up level or launch. No, it's what it says. Up level or launch your transformational brand. So either up level from where you are or launch it. Like you could totally start your brand based on this program as well. But it also will meet you where you are and take you to the next level, being able to speak on stage and share your message and story really confidently. Okay. So attract aligned clients, soul fans, and opportunities. Is this a yes? Yes, please. Okay. No cold calling or chasing. Have people reaching out to you. If anybody doesn't like the cold calling and the chasing, people will reach out to you when you position yourself as the guide. Okay. And this also means like not worrying about it. Like it's coming to you. Okay. Be seen as the go-to leader in your niche. Like we're like, yes, Amy, we know Amy. Tasneem, yeah, this is the words that are going to come out of someone's mouth when they hear what you do. So what I desire is that when they hear like storytelling, visibility, speaking, they're like, Jaya Rose. Like I want my name to be synonymous with those things. Okay. That's what I want. That is how I found you, Jaya. That is freaking amazing. Okay. So bingo. It works. No guy has made me say yes this often. Okay. So position yourself as a powerful speaker. One side effect to being visible in a really purposeful way, where you are positioning yourself as the guide, you also position yourself as a speaker. So I became a keynote speaker on accident, and now it's like the best thing that ever happened to me. And so the pieces that I teach in the Embodied Brand Academy will not only help you launch or elevate your transformational brand, but they will also position you. So just like Lisa just said, that's how I found you, Jaya. Well, people will also find you to come speak at their event, to speak in their Facebook group. My client, Mandy, who just took the Embodied Brand Academy in 2020, is now launching her first group program and just launched her one-on-one. She already just had her first paying one-on-one client. She just had somebody sign up for her program while she was home with a toothache. The other day, like there's no reason she should be making a sale that day. And she did. And it's because over the 6 months together, we positioned her. She's being asked to speak in Facebook groups. She even pivoted her message more than halfway through. So it's only been 2 months that we've been focusing on this new niche, and she's already booking clients and getting paid for it and getting opportunities. So I am not kidding when I say this. Like, this will help you get all of those things. It will tick the boxes, even if you're just launching something or you're pivoting something. Okay. So get booked on more podcasts, collaborations, and stages. Is this what you see for yourself? Is this a part of your vision? I don't see any yeses on that one. Okay. Yes. Okay, awesome. So reach more people with your message and make a big impact. Like, who is here for this? This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted 6 years ago. Okay. And I just know that this is what we're all meant to do here. We're supposed to reach as many people as we can with our message and make a big impact. Fucking boom. Okay. Well, no more waiting, Perla. No waiting. Absolutely. Oh my God. Yes. Okay, here we go. Fucking boom. All right. So feel confident in promoting your business and selling. Like, confident. Like this right now. I mean, I'm ultimately selling something to you right now, but this is fun. Like, I'm just talking to you. I want to make it easy for you to talk about what you do and to be able to invite people into working with you. This is what I need, the confidence. Beautiful. Okay, but best of all, do it all in alignment with your values and vision so that you're never attracting, so that you're not attracting people who, like a number of you said, like, I'm in front of the wrong people. There should be no wrong people, because people are a mirror to you. So as long as you're being powerful, authentic, and amplifying that, then the right people are coming to you. So when you are in alignment with your values and vision, which is what I start with in my academy, you're never going to gear off. Like, you're on the path to impact the people who need you because you have made yourself available, just like a beacon of light would attract them to you. That is what you need to become. Okay. And from a place of trust, intuition, and no hustling. Okay. Trust, intuition, and flow. No hustling. Oh, yes. Amy says, I left a corporate position so I could be more myself and build my own brand instead of being a watered down version. Yes, exactly. I mean, honestly, I do all of this just for the liberation. I just like tie it up in a fancy, let's make you money online bow. But like, I'm really in it for the liberation. So let's not get it twisted. Okay. So go from being the best kept secret to fully paid and seen. Boom. Okay. I'm in it for the freedom. Exactly. So is this what you want? Like, is this what you desire? And here's the real question. Can you get there in the next 6 to 9 months, even year, by yourself with what you have right now, with the support, with the knowledge, with the community? Just foreshadow where you are, maybe even where you were a year ago, and look forward. Are you getting there by yourself? Aw, all of it. No, I've been trying to get there on my own for years. It's not working. No. Okay. So again, I know that some of this can be uncomfortable. But I ask you to do this in honor of your vision, in honor of what you truly desire. Oh, there's somebody. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll tell you after. But anyway, someone's coming to my door. We are ignoring them. Okay, because this is a moment we're having here. I know that it can be uncomfortable, but out of the uncomfort comes power, and it becomes you being empowered. So I just want you to be real. You know what I mean? Just be real with yourself. I have a wonderful community, but don't feel that this will come naturally for me. Exactly. Tired of loneliness. Oh my God. I know exactly. So I can help you get all the way there. Oh no, I can't. Because I can't even read. I can't help you. This is true. I cannot help you get all the way there in this free workshop. Like, honestly, I want this so badly for all of you. I wish that I could, but I can't. That's not how it works. And so, but I can. Okay. I set up a system and a methodology and a community and a coaching container. I set it all up so that I can. If it's the right time for you, then in the next 6 months, you will have a completely different reality and so much expansion and abundance. I would love to be able to speak at my festival in November and do it with confidence. Oh, girl, yes, we've got that. Definitely worth the investment. Yes. Yes, you did my 4-week course, Melissa, and that helped. That's amazing. And actually, that program is a bonus for this program. Okay. So here's what the actual structure looks like. It's 6 months of coaching, curriculum, and community. You get coaching from me every week in a small group pod. So the pods are 4 people only, and that means you're not waiting in line. And I break them apart so that you always have time and space to get the coaching that you need. And the curriculum is set up for you so that you can go through an exercise each week that will build on top of each other. All of it is relevant to one another, kind of like we just set this up, right? It's the own it, it's the amplify it, it's the monetize it. Yet you can then go back through it. If something happens like happened for my client Mandy, where you went through it and you got clear and then you pivoted your message, there's no problem. Like a lot of programs I've gone through, it's like if you don't do exactly what they said later, then it was like a waste of time. I've had that happen, but that's not how I teach. I teach it in a framework so that every time you need to shift your message, every time you need to pick a new story, every time you have a new opportunity, you can realign with the audience. And this is the most powerful thing, is that you will be able to, this will benefit you for the rest of your time as an entrepreneur, literally for the rest of your life, because part of it is internal empowerment. Okay. So the pods are scheduled weekly. There will be 3 different time options, and you'll pick your time at the beginning of the 6 months together, and then go from there. And you'll schedule it out for each week. Okay. So you don't need to do this alone or throw spaghetti at the wall. You don't need to. Why? I'm going to teach you my tried and true method to amplifying and monetizing your message. And there's just no reason. Okay, so plus I'm giving you amazing bonuses, which I'm so excited about, which somebody is going to win one of these bonuses. One is the Soul-Led Visibility Program. And that is what Melissa was just talking about. She went through that. That was a program I ran. And then I created a home study version, which is a $500 program. It teaches you all about online community and your business pillars and how to show up on the different platforms. It's really like the nitty-gritty of visibility. And it works really well with what we do together in the 6-month academy. Also, look, is that not like the happiest picture in all the land? Okay. But I put it with this on purpose because this is my magnetic embodiment program. This is the mindset, the spiritual, and the physical practices that I do to be able to show up consistently and rock my visibility without feeling burnt out, without feeling resentful, and with really being in flow with intuition. This program alone will change your whole life. Love that photo. Thank you. My husband took that and it was like a big fake laugh, but like but you would never know. So I shouldn't have told you. Okay. So let's go into a Q&A and then we'll talk about the investment. Let me know what's coming up for you. In fact, if somebody wants to get on video, you could ask me a question. Let's see. It's not fake, but like, when you're getting a picture, everything sort of is, unless it's candid. Yeah. So let me know what questions you have. Then we will talk about the investment. If you don't have any questions, that's okay. And we can just move forward. If you raise there are a few people with their hands raised, but I see your hand is raised, Michelle. Do you want your hand raised? Is this from earlier? I'm going to lower all the hands so that then if you want to raise your hand to talk, you can, and I'll know that it's from now. Pods would never be at night. Was anybody in my Facebook group with me last night when I was live? Like, nobody wants me coaching them at night. I would just be like, I don't know, like, just don't even do it. It'd be like the worst coach at night. So anyway, I don't know, just figured it out. Just figure it out. Yeah, exactly. Just be like, I don't know. I don't care. Okay, my times, it's after 10 p.m. there. Yeah, so actually maybe it would be at night for you. It's 10 p.m. there right now. It's noon here. If I had one in the morning here, it would be 3 hours prior to this. So that would be 7 p.m. for you. So that's a good question. Okay, so does anybody want to raise their hand? Go ahead and do that now. Let me check in. When does the program start? It starts in the next 2 weeks. You get immediate access to the bonuses to start going through those. And I might even start at the beginning of February. It's supposed to start the last week of, or the week before the last week. I don't know. Oh my God, the 18th. I should just tell you the date, the 18th of January. But I might push it back one more week just to let people go through some of the bonuses first. Okay. So I'd let you know about that. Soul-led visibility is great. Thank you. I love that one. Okay. Okay. So I don't see any more questions. So let's talk about the investment. Share screen. Okay. So the investment, the next time I run this, which will be next summer, it's going to be a 10K investment because it is 6 months. It is extensive. It is high touch. You get to actually do coaching with me. It's not just like a digital program, and you are going to transform so much of your business and brand. But this time around, you can actually join for only $825 a month. That would be 8 payments of $825 a month. And you could go all in for just $6,500. And if you have questions about this, then go ahead and ask me. But what I want you to really sink into right now is the feeling of the vision that you set at the beginning of this. And the question of, will you get there without help? Will you get there on your own in the next even 1 year? And think about what is possible beyond there. Because I find that so many people get like nervous about investment, but really think about it that way. Like, it's an investment in you. It's an investment in your message and your brand and your magic and the impact you're meant to make. And then of course, you're going to make it back tenfold. Like, guaranteed, you're going to make back a lot more money than you invest. I guarantee that. All of my clients do. Okay, so if you want to connect about this and you are not trying to do this alone and figure it out and throw spaghetti at the wall, and you would like to have community and coaching and curriculum around this, then just go to this website that I see here. And would somebody write this in the comments for me? That would be so great. embodiedbrandacademy.com. And you can just fill out the application that's at the bottom of that page. You can learn a little more about the program too if you want to. And then book a time to get on a call with me, or you can also voice chat with me over Voxer if getting on a call feels hectic or we're in strange time zones. So you'll be able to do that once you go to embodiedbrandacademy.com. And that's it. Make it so simple for you. Okay, thank you. Those are not illuminating. I wonder if we need to do the dot embodied brand academy. Are those not, why is it not a link? Maybe you need the H. Of course, we need like it's got to be all the things. So let me open it. You also can go to my website, which is thejayarose.com. And if you open the menu, you'll see the Brand Academy there. So it shouldn't be hard for you to find this, but I'll try and just grab it for you, just in case you want to just click the link right now. Okay, here we go. Oh, you did it. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Okay, well, I look forward to hearing from you. And any which way you slice it, your message, your story, your truth is medicine for the people who need you most. And it's not just an opportunity to share that. It is a responsibility when you know that you have a message and that you can make a living from it and really make a huge impact. It's your responsibility to live that out. And I would be honored to help you. Okay, so much love. Bye.